I love being a mom-entrepreneur, which is a mom entrepreneur, right? I mean, it doesn't come without its challenges. A lot of women always ask me, how do you do it? You have 3 kids. I have an 11-year-old, I have a 7-year-old, and a 5-year-old. And honestly, it's not always easy. I think that there's this kind of thought pattern that you have to be perceived as perfect. If you're an entrepreneur and you're a mother, that you have to, be twice as good and, you know what I mean? Like kind of be, perfect. You have to overcome, being a mom and an entrepreneur just to be seen as an entrepreneur. You have to overcome the other piece of you. But I think that being a mom-entrepreneur is sometimes letting it be messy. Sometimes, I am gonna have my kids with me in the office. and I think that makes me authentic. Because realistically, everybody comes from families, everyone has a family. And so that's what's real. What's real and what my clients are able to see and know, I'm a real person. And because I'm a real person, I'm gonna care about you and your family. And so I think it's important for moms to understand that, you don't have to be put in a box to be an entrepreneur, that you can rewrite the script, that you can make your lifestyle fit the way that your family works. So for me, I have my kids, we bring them to the office when we need to, and I really love it because, some people, they might think, okay, well, if you're bringing your kids to the office and they're going to school and then going to the office, that's not a great thing. I had a lot of people, even in my family, tell me, you're a bad mom when I first started my business. They're like, you're over there playing business and, your kids are at home and they need you. And I really just had to kind of put up the earmuffs and realize, like, I'm doing this for my family. I'm doing this for my kids. And you don't have to understand. The way I'm a biblical person, the way I thought about it was, when God gave the vision to build an ark, a lot of people thought Noah was crazy, right? But he knew that was what God told him to do. So that's kind of what I do. I kind of looked at myself like, well, this is what I was told to do. You don't have to understand because the vision wasn't given to you. And so I knew what I was doing for my family. And I'm so grateful that we kind of like stood the race and kind of kept it moving because, just last month, I was so in awe because my daughter was not my daughter, my daughter's teacher gave me a call and she goes, Mrs. Eatmon, can I get a quote from you? And I was like, what do you mean? And she said, well, I gave an assignment to the students to pick their hero and get a quote from them, and your daughter chose you out of celebrities and all that. And I was just like, wow, like that really took, I had a little tear and I was like, oh my God, she picked me, oh my God, not Beyonce, she picked me, oh my God. Like all of that. But once I got over all of that, the quote that I gave her was something that I always try to instill in my kids. And I told her, let every single day leave a trail of the evidence of your purpose. And through being in business, I feel like I'm trying to do that even for my kids, because I want them to understand that when they get older, that if you work hard, you can do anything. And I'm just really grateful that I can be that example for them and start teaching them from a young age that they don't have to depend on anybody else. Especially as young girls, the girls that I have, you don't have to depend on a man, you don't have to depend on a job, you don't have to depend on anybody, that as long as you're willing to get to work, you can have whatever you want. And so that's what I really love about being a mom-entrepreneur is showing my kids by example that hard work pays off and that you can do whatever you want to do in life.